So we are gathering today in a new lockdown. So it means that at the moment we are having to record this service, but it gives us an opportunity to welcome someone we haven't seen for a while. So where are you? So in case people don't know who you are, can you give us your name, young man?
Hello, I'm called Sunny.
Sunny, and it's a sunny disposition that we need at this time of life. So are you keeping well?
Yes, I'm quite well, but I'm glad I've got fur because it's started to get very cold outside and it has been so cold, especially at night, so I'm nice and warm though. But thank you for asking.
Well, it's a privilege. Do you want to say hello to any young people who are watching?
Hello everybody, especially if you're a young person or a small person. Hello, it's nice to see you again. I've missed you. I have seen some of you on a Zoom meeting and talked to you, but not everybody, so hello.
Good, so it's good to have you with us on this Sunday. And
Clive,
yes?
can I ask you something?
Of course.
Why wearing that flower in your lapel? It's not a real flower, it's a paper flower, but I don't know what it means.
Well, it's called a poppy because it helps us in remembering what took place when people fight against each other. And of course, fighting is terrible. I trust you don't do any fighting, do you?
No, I try not to. Sometimes I lose my temper, but I do try not to fight. Because people get hurt.
Well, they do. And we remember, with the poppy's help, what took place over the years in something called war. And in the First World War, when it finished, there was the most terrible fighting. And on what's known as battlefields, after the war had finished, people were surprised to see that poppies were growing all where the people had been fighting. And so it became a symbol so that we are able to use the poppy together to remember the terrible events. Now, if you look at my poppy, you will see that the green bit is at 11 o'clock. And that is because at 11 o'clock on the 11th day of the 11th month in 1918, that's when the First World War stopped. And so we have this to help us remember what took place.
Thank you, Clive, for explaining that to me. Sometimes it's very hard to remember things, isn't it?
Oh, very.
And
yes.
I suppose the poppy helps us to remind us of these things. It was like Ben said at church at 4 last year in November, that Jesus, after he died on the cross for our sins, a lot of people forgot about it. And so he knew that would happen. And so for the Lord's Supper, he set up a Remembrance Supper so that people would remember, because we're not very good at remembering stuff at all. So I guess the poppy is just like that. It's a symbol to help us remember, to help us keep it in our noodles. That's what I call my brain. It's not very big, it's a bit thin and small like a noodle, so I call it my noodle.
Thank you for that. It's good, isn't it, to have these things to help us, because we all forget at times. But Jesus said what's called the Lord's table or Holy Communion, do this in memory of me. So that's right, what you said. It helps us remember. Was it all just a year ago that Ben said that? Dearie me, how time flies.
I remember, because the house smelt of bread making. I think Amanda had to make lots and lots and lots of bread dough for people to make into rolls. And the house smelt all yeasty and nice as well.
Yes, indeed. We were very fortunate, weren't we? Anyway, thank you for joining us. I hope you have a good rest of, the afternoon and evening, and that you will take care.
Okay, thank you for inviting me to come.
It's a pleasure.
I've learnt something today about poppies, and I hope you remember too. See you soon. Bye. Bye-bye, people. Bye-bye, little people. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye, Clive.
Bye. Take care. See you soon. Thank you very much indeed for that. So it was good to have Sonny with us, wasn't it? And for his input into what we were doing.